The Home Run King. Early years. In a tiny yard in Mobile, Alabama, a skinny 7-year-old boy tossed a battle cap into the air. He swung his broom handle bat. He had to be fast to hit the cap before it fell to the ground. The boy's name was Henry Aaron, but his friends called him Hank. Like most nicknames, Hank was shorter to pronounce. Hank would grow up to be one of the greatest home run hitters of all time. Back then, young Hank was probably dreaming about being a star in the Negro Leagues. It was 1941. At that time, black players were not allowed to play in baseball's major leagues. Black ball players had a league of their own. But in 1947, a black baseball player named Jackie Robinson changed all that. Soon, black players became stars on major league teams. The caption says Jackie Robinson was the first black player in Major League Baseball. Hank gets noticed. By the time Hank was 17, he was swinging the bat fast and hard. One night, a scout saw Hank playing in a neighborhood game. The scout was looking for good players who had the talent to play for the Negro Leagues. Hank slammed a towering home run out of the park. The scout liked what he saw. He asked Hank to play in the Negro Leagues. Hank Aaron. Hank joined a Negro League team in Indiana. He played so well that Major League ball clubs heard about him. In June of 1952, he agreed to play for a Major League team in Boston called the Braves. Hank didn't play for the Braves' top team right away. Every Major League Baseball team has minor league farm teams. Players on farm teams spend time improving their skills. If they're good enough, these minor league players get called to play on the Major League team. Just 2 years later, in 1954, the Braves called Hank to join them. Hank played for a number of minor league teams before joining the Braves. The Major League years. By this time, the Braves were playing in Milwaukee. The Milwaukee fans filled the stands for nearly every game. They were the best fans in baseball. Hank never disappointed them. The first time he came to bat for the Braves, he slammed a home run. Hank was a great hitter in Milwaukee. He played harder than any other player. His efforts paid off. Hank won many awards for his hitting and his fielding. The home run record. Hank was a hero off the field too. He often spoke out against racism. Back then, major league teams had 2 sets of rules, one set for white players and one set for black players. Hank knew this wasn't fair, and he said so. Over the years, these rules changed. Hank's words had helped make a difference. The caption says Hank spoke out about racism. In 1966, the Braves moved again, this time to Atlanta, Georgia. The Atlanta ballpark was the best place to hit home runs in the majors. People said that the warm climate in Atlanta made the ball go really far. Hank changed his batting style to take advantage of the new ballpark. His new hitting style worked, and his home runs piled up fast, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. In 1972, he hit home run number 649. Only one player in baseball history had hit more home runs, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was baseball's first home run king. The Babe was the most popular baseball hero of all time. When he stopped playing in 1935, he had hit 714 career home runs. It was the most famous record in baseball. People started to wonder, could Hank break the Babe's record? Some fans didn't want the Babe's record broken by a black player. They wrote hateful letters to Hank. Hank tried to ignore them. Finally, he told some sports writers about the letters. Then something amazing happened. People began sending letters of encouragement to Hank. Thousands of school kids from all over America wrote to cheer him on. Hank hit the home run that broke Babe Ruth's record, number 715. April 8, 1974, was a rainy night in Alabama. The stands were packed with fans. Hank came to bat for the second time. He slammed the second pitch out of the park for his 715th home run. He had broken Babe Ruth's record. When Hank touched home plate to score, he was mobbed by screaming teammates. Hank was baseball's new home run king. A community hero. Hank ended his playing days in 1976. After he left baseball, he wasn't one to sit around and polish his trophies. Hank wanted to help children. He was especially interested in helping less fortunate children get a chance for good education. Hank proved that it was just as important to be a hero in his community as it was to be a hero on the baseball field. Hank was not just a home run hero. He was a community hero too. You are the future of this community, he told a group of kids in 2003. Please, whatever you do, don't follow, lead. So this week, you guys, we're talking about cause and effect. So you don't have to copy this chart below, but please use it, and whoever is around you that might be listening to you or doing homework, just have a discussion about what some effects were, or what some of the causes were because of Hank Aaron. Okay. Maggie, do you want to say hi now?
Hi, this is my puppy Tom. You can see he is sleeping, but he's not anymore.
Okay, say bye.
Bye!